guys? My name is Dran, and it's 2025 and I'm still working on chapter 3 of my manga Zombie Sword Girl. It's taking a little longer than expected, so I figured I'll give a peek at what my days look like working on manga. Every artist has their own routine they follow to create art, whether that be organized or not, so from this you'll see how I start my day, how I determined what to focus on, and of course the realistic aspect from someone that isn't a full-time artist. Because if it wasn't obvious already, I don't make money from my art, or YouTube. So, that's right, we've got nothing but passion projects here, take it or leave it. I'm doing manga and YouTube on the side while I go and work at the coal mines of the real world. This is also basically what my daily routine was like for every day of 2024. I'll dive into what exactly I do each day, but also go into why I do what I do. If you're also an artist that makes comics or just art, then you might get something out of this for your own routine. Or rather, get inspired to start off the 2025 grind. So anyway, let's start. On an average day, I wake up at 8 AM for my job and skedaddle over there, then come back around 4 PM. My job is very mentally exhausting, so when I come home sometimes, I fall asleep in my chair like an old man, or I drink my favorite coffee. What kind of coffee, you may ask? I drink cold brew, specifically this brand, Chameleon Cold Brew. If any brand was to ever sponsor me, like my dream sponsor, it would be this one because I drink this coffee probably too much. No, I'm just kidding. I don't overdo it. I just drink it every day. It's not a lot, right? It's pretty strong, and I drink it straight without any sugar or milk. So if you grimaced at the thought of black coffee, I don't blame you. But as for me, I like the taste. I'll tell you what, if there was a no caffeine version of this, I would still drink it. I really just like the taste. The caffeine for me is just a bonus. On the days that I don't go to work, I usually just get up, go for a walk to clear my head a bit, and write down a to-do list. To-do lists have been one of my favorite things to use to know what I need to finish before the day ends. It sort of follows that thing of have short-term goals rather than one big long-term goal. It helps to feel more productive while still working towards that bigger goal. For example, if I wrote on my to-do list, make a manga, it's like, yeah, that is the goal, but how about we start small, like write summary, and then build on that. When you have a bunch of small goals, they end up becoming the ladder to the bigger goal, if that makes sense. It also helps to feel way more productive and to not overwhelm yourself. If you're struggling with getting stuff done, I would highly recommend a to-do list. It's simple, you don't need anything for it, just write it down. Speaking of goals and that, if you like what you see so far, then mayhaps hit the subscribe button. Maybe write that on your to-do list for later. But anyway, this is what I owe a lot of my progress to. It felt like I suddenly got a clearer mind for my projects when I simply had a to-do list. So here's what my to-do list looks like for an average day. Work on manga pages 11 and 12, workout, and Japanese lessons. Some days I will add more depending on what needs to get done, but a lot of the time these 3 to-dos are in my list. And if I end up doing more than this, then I consider it a W. But if not, then whatever I wrote down, I get done. And let's say I really can't get them done, then I at least make some type of progress, even if it's just baby steps. Because with each new day, you never really know if something random will pop up and send the trajectory of the day in a whole different direction. So if, for example, I couldn't do much in this day, I'll still try to do something to help me prepare for the next day. So if I couldn't finish page 12, then I get the drafts done, so all that's left is just the line art. And that's my mindset when it comes to the daily grind. Because some days, even if nothing is happening, I can feel quite drained, and when I'm running on an empty battery, the content I make can feel not as good as I'd like. So some days, it's better to take it easy. If you've experienced burnout, then you know what I mean. As much as I would like to be this Sigma workaholic lone wolf, you know, Mr. I wake up at 4 AM and I do 80 push-ups every single day. Sometimes, it's not that simple, and I need to recharge. That being said, I still do push myself to be consistent and get things done, especially after taking a swig of my black hole colored coffee. I'll get started on my manga first. So the first thing I take care of is my manga work. As most of you know, making manga takes a long time. Straight up, like it just will. So depending on where I'm at in my manga, I'll focus on what absolutely needs to get done so that the ball gets rolling. So if I'm starting fresh, I need to write a script. If I got the script, I need to start thumbnails. If I got thumbnails, I can start pages, and so on. There will also be days that I will dedicate lots of time to finding inspiration for said manga if I need it. Brainstorming, basically. So for right now, It's basically just translating the script and thumbnails onto final drafts for my manga Zombie Sword Girl. We're in chapter 3, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is my manga. It's about a young man named Kiko, labeled a forever virgin, is killed and resurrected as a zombie by a mysterious, but more importantly, a beautiful zombie girl. And together they must uncover the truth behind the resurrection and what it means to be human, which you can read the first 2 chapters in the description below. So yeah, shilling aside, right now I'm on chapter 3, and this is the big boy chapter so far. I will basically be drawing from when the sun is up till the sun is down, if I'm not at work or interrupted to take care of other life tasks. So basically, at least 6 hours is spent drawing every day. After spending most of the day drawing, I will then get up. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'll cook up some food, then watch anime. I need to watch something when I eat. If I don't, I will surely perish. Then after this, I'll spend at least an hour working out. This is something I consider to be pretty important, especially if you sit down for prolonged periods of time. Because there was a time when I barely exercised and I just sat down for what seemed like the whole day, which was fine until I started getting injured left and right to the point where I couldn't focus on projects anymore. It's pretty common to hear why you should not sit down 90% of the time. If you're really curious, then you can search it up, but long story short, it's not healthy. Your body wants to move, and basically movement can help prevent your body from becoming stiff and inevitably getting injured. As well as just maintaining a healthy body is something I consider to be very important. For me personally, I'll do a lot of calisthenics with this pull-up bar in my room. I work out large areas of my body every other day, like one day is chest day, the next day is back day, and so on. I mostly do calisthenics with a bit of weights, and I don't know, I just like working out, so it's not a chore to me, to be honest. Then I'll do my iconic forearm exercises every night pretty much. Yes, that does mean I'm working out my thumbs, thanks for noticing. So basically I do big workouts every other day, and the days that I don't work out as much, I'll make sure to go on a long walk. Because what can I say, I like walking and it's pretty healthy. Then after making some dinner, I'll do about an hour of Japanese lessons because I'm studying Japanese, and finally I'll chill out for the night. Some nights I might work on my manga some more if I have a deadline, but it's important for me to also relax. I think that relaxing is important to not burn yourself out if you want to continue working like this every single day, especially when it comes to drawing. Like some nights I'll be like, whatever man, let's suit up and start drawing. But otherwise, spending the majority of the day drawing is fine by me. Relaxing at the end of the day is usually me hanging out with some friends while I play video games. The games in question lately have just been Xenozone Zero and Warframe. I stay up pretty late sometimes, but I try to get to bed before 3 AM basically. And if you're thinking, hey, don't you go to work at 8 AM? Then pretend you've never heard that. Haha, teehee, I gotta fix my sleep schedule, man. So, in conclusion, that's an average day for me as a manga artist. It still feels weird to refer to myself as a manga artist, honestly, but that's the type of artist I've become, so I don't know what else to call myself. In each day, I am constantly working towards some big goal in mind, so that even if it's slow, I'm steadily getting to where I want to be. In 2025, I'm pretty much going to be continuing this routine until something changes for the better. Like me being able to quit my job and focus on content creation full time. That's the dream, to be honest. For this new year of 2025, do you have a new routine you're going for? Or maybe a new method to tackle projects? Or are you just continuing the grind? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this. And stay tuned for my next chapter of Zombie Sword Girl. If you want to catch it before it drops, then you can check the link in the description below. Okay, thanks, bye bye! Bye bye!